What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Game Over Gurkhaman. I'm Gurkhaman. This is, of course, Dark Souls. Take that, vase. I should probably state I am playing this as the Xbox 360 version of Dark Souls, and I'm playing this in the backwards compatibility mode for the Xbox One. I've heard some people say that they find the performance to be very similar. Personally, I find it runs a little bit better. If you have a PC that can run this game, it's very CPU intensive because it's optimized like crap. But if you have the option to play it on there, I would. I have the PC version, but it runs like garbo on my laptop. So there's that. That's an interesting little thing. Anyway, we're here at the Firelink Shrine. We're going to be spending a lot of time here. What order do I want to do things in? There's that crow that brought us here, sitting up there, just chilling. Just chilling out. We're going to leave him to that. Before I talk to the crestfallen warrior down there, we're going to explore a little bit, pick up some items. See what we can find around here. There's a couple of different things to pick up. Some fire bombs. I don't think there's any lore or anything attached to the fire bombs. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. They are most certainly very useful in early areas, especially for a build like what I have here at the moment, where I didn't put any real stats into anything. My character's kind of got not a whole lot going on. Anyway, let's talk to this guy over here.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Firelink. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Oh boy, a copper coin!
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yeah.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Covenants are things that I've never really dabbled with in these games. There's a lot of multiplayer focused ones. There's ones that do some other things as well. I'm going to join this just so I can buy these miracles, but you can leave a covenant at any time, so saying yes to it's not a big deal.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Alright, so now we can learn some stuff from this guy. We also learned how to shrug. So this guy sells all kinds of wonderful things. He's got heals, he's got homeward, which allows you to teleport. I can't afford any of these right now. Force, which is like a shockwave. So guidance, heal, which is a good one for newcomers if you're new to the game. Learning heal is a good idea because it allows you basically gives you a couple of heals outside of the limitations of your Estus flask, basically, so you can get a few little extra free heals there. Also, you can come down here. Hey! And there's a secret door! Whoa, the camera didn't know what was happening there. Now, down here, you find some chests that someone's hidden away. Why would they do something like that? Homeward Bone, which we'll look at in a minute. The Morningstar and Talisman, which Petrus was trying to sell to us. So the odds are that he's the one that's hidden these here as backups. Petrus is not a trustworthy character. And a cracked red-eye orb. What I'm going to do is there's a couple other items around here. We're going to collect all those and then we'll read all them towards the end there. And Lloyd's Talismans. Now down here there is more items. There's also some fucking skeletons, which I don't really want to deal with right now. Is it just the one, or is it the two of them? I don't know how much damage I'm going to do to this guy. Is my my big thing here. Come on. Ow. Okay. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt. A lot of people come here on their first playthrough when they really probably shouldn't be. Actually, I'm going to do a little drop down on this guy. Ah. Except now I've got even more skeletons after me. Ugh, shit. This is kind of like a higher, late level area right next to the opening area. And this fucked up a lot of people when the game first came out. A lot of people came down here instead of going the way that the developers kind of want you to go. I mean, you can come here early if you want in later playthroughs when you know what you're doing. But when you're just starting out, it's not a good place to be coming. Because I mean, look at this. These guys are relentless. I'm not doing a lot of damage to them. Oh shit. Okay, that's really bad. That's really bad. Oh crap. All I wanted was a couple items. They don't really dish out much souls even. Oh fuck. I thought I was safer than I am. Ah, there I go. First death of the show. Alright, I'm gonna run back there. I mean, I lost those. It's only 64 souls. I'm not gonna run back there because of that. But I am going to run back there and grab those items because now that I've died, I don't feel bad about dying again. Oh, I can get the souls back here anyway. There's a couple of cool items down here. I don't know why I bothered trying to fight these guys. The large soul of the undead is not what I thought that was. I thought that was something else. What else we got here? We have the... that's not what I wanted either. Another large soul of the lost undead. Uh-oh. Skeletons everywhere. Over here, I believe, is the Zweihander. Yep, which is a very cool weapon. And I think there's some other cool things around here. Wing Spear is cool too. We've got giant skeletons on our asses now. Obviously not what you want as a little baby bro. Little baby undead. And a Caucus round shield. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I'm done. Getting all those items without dying here is really hard to do. I don't think I've ever done it, but it's fun to get those items first of all. So now we've done that. It's pretty much all the items in the area I wanted to pick up, I think. So now we can talk to, well, I'm going to spend another humanity, because we're not doing anything dangerous again now. That first one was a waste of humanity. I just don't like looking at the beef jerky. It's not so bad once you get the, once you get armor. It's not so bad, but as my character is now, as a bare-naked lady almost, Alright, what do you got for us, Mr. Crestfallen Warrior?
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So, I don't know how he knows that we're here for the Bells of Awakening, although we came from the Undead Asylum, actually. I guess a lot of people come through for that same reason, but... Anyway, what else you got for us?
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
Okay, so we've got two bells we can ring. You can ring them in any order. If you're really good, you can go down and blight down first. I wouldn't. Well, I have a couple times, actually. It's tough. But like I said before, we're playing this in a very traditional way. This is like a Dark Souls for Beginners guide, if you will.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Alright, I think that's all the Crestfallen has for us. Alright, we've got some stuff on here that we don't need equipped right now. So we picked up some new items while we were exploring as well. We've got the Cracked Red-Eyed Orb, which it's basically when you go online, it allows you to invade other players. Defeat the Master of the World you have invaded to acquire humanity. The Cracked Red-Eyed Orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability, normally limited to the Dark Raids of Karth. You can use that to invade at least one NPC that I know of. I think it's just the one. Then we have the Lloyd's Talisman, which we picked up from one of Petrus's little secret chests. Talisman utilized by All-Father Lloyd's Cleric Knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's Cleric Knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. It's useful when fighting NPCs. You can like throw that at the ground, and it stops them from being able to use their Estus to heal. The Homeward Bone fragment reduced to white ash. Return to the last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owner to seek a bonfire enchants their bones with homeward instinct. So basically these bonfire here, like all those white ashes, those are basically just burning undead. Like us, we're burning. That's what had happened to us eventually. I guess if we were killed. Soul items, these are literally just like you can use those as souls. Unlike regular souls, they don't disappear when you die. You get to keep those in your inventory. And he also gave us that copper coin. Coin made of copper, its face shows Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So, that's one of the big things in this game, is the fact that the way the game is set up, instead of having a separate experience points and currency, they're actually one and the same. Souls are what you use for experience points, but they're also what you use to purchase items and things like that. Which is a pretty cool system. It's something that, you know, I tried to include in Shooting of the Catfish, because I thought it was a good, interesting system, and not a lot of games make you choose between things like that. Next up we have the Zweihander, which is heavy as shit. Does a hell of a lot of damage though. Really high parameter required parameters. Now the Zweihander, one of the gigantic straight great swords. As the name suggests, the Zweihander is held with two hands, but its wielder must still be inhumanly strong. It is this great weight that sends foes flying when hit solidly. I've used that weapon before, but it's too slow for my taste. We also got the Morning Star, which is a hammer with a sharp spike on its pommel. One of the more barbaric cleric weapons. Uniquely, this hammer inflicts thrust damage and causes bleeding. Interesting weapon for clerics to be using, seeing as it's obviously quite violent, but you know, to each their own. We also picked up a winged spear, a long-hilted spear with barbed point. Long reach, can be used with a shield up, effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage at the right moment of an enemy swing, but the hit radius is small and is easily blocked by shields. I'm not a big fan of the spears in these games at all. I don't really care for them. Not my thing. I've tried using them a few times, but yeah, I don't like the way they feel. The Talisman we picked up, which is a medium for casting Miracles of the Gods. Standard Talisman issued to common believers. Equip Talisman to cast miracles. Attune miracles for a scroll or bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. So there's miracles, there's which require you to use a talisman. There's magic spells, which you need a catalyst for. Which is kind of interesting that you get those two different ways of doing things. One, and also miracles are based on faith, in terms of they scale with faith, whereas magic scales with intelligence. Which is an interesting way of doing things. And we also picked up the Caduceus Round Shield, or Catechus Round Shield, I don't know how it's pronounced. Round wooden shield crafted in Lordran, decorated by an ancient blue Caduceus. The giant trees in Lordran are distant offspring of their grainstone arch trees. This shield inherits their properties, and the wood greatly reduces magic damage. It's for what it is, it's not a bad shield. Doesn't scale particularly well, but and it only has 85% damage reduction. But it's very light. But that's enough reading stuff for one day. We've got one more character down here to meet, and then we're going to make our way to the Undead Berg. No response, she cannot speak. She is the Firekeeper. You can bring empty Firekeeper souls here and she'll upgrade your Estus Flask so that it heals you more. Which is very nice of her. But that's enough of that. Let's make our way to the first area in the game, the first proper area. The first bonfire after Firelink. Not technically the first, but in this playthrough it will be. Got these guys over here to take care of. These are just regular hollows. As you can see, this does way more damage to them because, well, these enemies are much... What the fuck did that guy just do? He just jumped off the edge there. And in case you're wondering what that fire was, that was this dickhead. Come here, boy. Whoa! Damn. Guys everywhere. Oh wow, I'm playing like I should not be two-handing this. The wind-up is a bit longer than I think I realized. Come here. There you go. I guess I did start as a deprived as well, so that's probably got a little to do with it. Come here, you. See if I can get a backstab on him. No. Fuck that up. Yeah, this shield's kind of crap, is what I'm discovering very quickly. What? Yeah. Wind up. Like I said, A-scaling on this club, which is nice, but the wind-up is quite excessive. You can see that the animation of you pulling back your arm and then picking it up to swing it is not particularly short. There's also an item over there which we want. Now, I hate doing that, and I hate coming out here. Why'd you design the game like this? Ring of Sacrifice. So this is a very handy item in certain situations. If I come over to my rings. This mystical ring was created in sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. So if you're going into a boss battle and you are worried you're going to die and you have a ton of souls, that ring is just what you want, but there are multiple of those rings in the game, but you can only use them once, and then they break, obviously, if you die. So, there is that. Alright, now let's come up here. I think there's an item up here. Items everywhere. So many. Come here, rat. Oh, really? Shit. I did not expect to get poisoned by that rat straight away. Alright, well I'm not in a position at the moment where I can actually heal poison, so I'm going to have to go back to the bonfire at the beginning. So I'm going to meet you back in that waterway. Alright, we're back in here again. I can't believe that rat instantly poisoned me. Like with one hit. Leap attack, kill it in one hit, taken care of. I guess it must probably be because I don't have any armor. Also, my, I think it's luck? I think your luck stat affects how quickly you're poisoned as well. I think. I know there's definitely a stat that affects it. I forget which one it is, though. Anyway, welcome to the Undead Berg. This is a first real major area in the game. And now, as you saw when we came in, Firelink Shrine is actually just outside that wall. So we came through a waterway which just connects to it out there. But, oh yeah, you can also do this, which I didn't realize until more recently. You can actually... Ah, fuck, I'll get it the other way. There's another way of getting it, a more traditional way. Ugh. Is there an item here? There is. Large soul of a lost dead. Some jerk throwing firebombs. Where are you? Alright, so we got... Alright, we've got guys coming in from both angles. This is not a good situation to be in. Even if they are just regular old hollows. Ow. Dang. Dang. What do you got? You're dead. What's this? Broken straight sword. Not really something I wanted. Oh, hello. This is how they get you. Some rubbish. Here's some hollows. Hollows aren't... Yeah, these guys aren't too bad on their own, but if they gang up on you, that's when you're in trouble. And like I said, the wind-up, even though this has got A scaling, which makes it a pretty good weapon, I'm going to be replacing the club as soon as I can, because I don't like the timing on it. It's a bit too slow for my taste. Let's come back over here again. Now that we've cleared out all these guys, because there was... I didn't know about this little room up in here until recently either. I had no idea. I always saw this little item from out there and had no idea how to get to it. And you come up here and there's nothing. It's blocked off. It's just a free soul item. And then up here, it says nothing, is there? No, it's just a dead end. Alright, let's keep going over here. Back where we were, back up the ramp. That's a really fun area, the Undead Burg. It's really, really well designed. I love it. Everyone's talked about it a million times, about how great it is. And this is that item I was trying to jump to earlier. It's just another humanity, nothing crazy. I think too, the more humanity you have, the better the drops you get when you're from random drops from NPCs. So you're the jerk that was throwing those. I could hear him, but I couldn't see him. I cannot wait to replace this shield. I don't usually play much with a shield these days, but when my character's in this deprived state, like mine is right now, I'll when I've got some more armor and stuff, and I'm feeling a little more confident, that's when I'll worry about that stuff. Soul Lost Undead. Very nice, very, very nice. What's over here? We'll jump over there later on tomorrow in the next episode. Surprise! There be dragons! I guess that one's technically a drake. Because all the dragons are dead, right? That's what the cutscene said. Okay. This area is a fun little grinding spot, actually. But there's a bonfire over here, which is what we're going to be going to, and that'll be the end of the episode. We'll worry about the... Whoops. Oh yes, just like in Demon Souls, you got guys hiding behind the wood. Oh, whoops, I thought I was going into down the stairs, but I wasn't! Damn guy with a crossbow. Oh snap, that's a one-hit kill. I didn't know that. That is a leap attack. You do that by pressing your R2 attack, which is your strong attack, and forward at the same time. That makes you jump. Go down. There you go. Didn't drop anything for me? No. And here is our bonfire. Sweet, delicious bonfire. Am I going to level up? Yeah. I'm not going to be buying any weapons. I'm going to be relying on what I find that gets dropped. But I guess just before I wrap up, I'll quickly go over these. What these individual stats do. Vitality is your health. Attunement is, I believe, how many miracles you can equip. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I never mess with miracles, so I'm not entirely sure. Endurance is your stamina, which is very important and does definitely need to be leveled up. The more stamina you have, the more attacks you can do, the more rolling you can do, the further you can run, etc. Strength and dexterity, I explained, were both kinds of, different kinds of strength for different kinds of weapons. Resistance is for resisting things like curse, poison, toxic, other status effects. And intelligence and faith, intelligence dictates how strong your magic is, and how faith dictates how strong your miracles are. And they also, these stats need to be at certain levels to be able to equip certain weapons in a way that you can actually use them well. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoy this series. And if you already are, you can let me know in the comments below. So until next time, peace out. That is not the one I wanted to do, but anyway. Peace out, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.